Eric Westmoreland, linebacker coach at Baylor School in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Today we're going to talk about our defensive responsibilities and coverage in our 3-3 stack defense. Mainly what we want to do with our 3-3 stack is everybody has a gap, all right? And then what we're going to do, we're going to give you an ace formation out of a spread look. And what we're going to do is we're going to call our strength call away from the back. All right, so backs over here, we're going to call a Sam left call. All right, and what we're going to do is we're going to have a close call. So what we're going to do, we're going to slant to the strength. All right, and that'll tell our defensive line where they're going. Now on the back end of this, we're going to play just a zone, a cover 3, a 3-deep zone. All right, and what that tells our guys is the free safety. He's down the middle of the field. All right. The corner, he has a deep third, and this corner has a deep third. Now the difference is in a lot of these spread offenses is what teams like to do is they like to run a lot of a zone read concept. All right, and how we defend that is if we get any action over to the strong side, all right, our backers are going to fill gaps, all right, all right. Now the biggest thing about this is how we defend a quarterback. All right. Now, if we get the zone read here, all right, with this guy pinching, our will backer is responsible for the quarterback coming out on the back end, right there. All right. So this guy right here is not going to play fast at all. All right. So he's just going to get his read steps right here. All right. And he's going to play off of this tackle. All right, with the quarterback, with the zone read, and the quarterback keeping it on the back end. Now, our coverage responsibilities in our 3-deep zone. All right. We have our Sam, Mike, and Will here, and what these two guys here, these are our buzzers. Really, they're pretty much like strong safeties. All right. Now on the tight end side, all right, what we do is we have this buzzard right here. Just read the tight end. If the tight end gets a release, all right, we're going to the flat right now to help out our corner. Okay. Now on the split side, on the 2 receiver side over here, what we want our buzzer to do on this side is he's going to be outside shoulder of the number 2 guy. And his responsibility is to not let this guy get a free release. All right, so what he's going to do on a vertical release is he's going to collision the number 2 guy. All right, and after he collisions, then he's going to work out to the flat. Okay, now our inside backer's responsibility in our 3-deep zone is they have to carry verticals. All right. So by this guy being so close to the tackle and what we call in the box, our Sam backer, if he gets a good pass read or gets high hats by the offensive lineman, he can cover down the seam right here. Okay. And that's the same thing on the other side. Now the difficult part about this defense is if this buzzer does not get a jam on 2, it makes it harder for our will backer to run down the seam with this guy, especially if we get any type of play action right here. So the biggest thing with this guy right here is he has to get a collision on the 2 guy. All right, so he gets a collision here. If he's going up the seam, now our Willie backer can work underneath him, hip to hands. Now our free safety, his main job is just to stay in the middle of the field, read the quarterback's eyes, so he can work both ways right here on the 2 inside guys. All right, and in our cover 3, we can pretty much leave our Mike backer, all right, hanging over the middle, and he can play screen, he can play quarterback draw, he can play anything in there, so he doesn't really have anything vertical wise in our 3-deep. All right, so he's just pretty much a hang player for what we like to call for any crossing routes or anything like that. Now, if we get any type of option or anything like that, now we can also change up our defensive calls, okay? So now we can slant, we have an open call, all right? We can slant away from the strength, all right? So we can go here, here, and here. Now what that does is it changes up our linebacker's responsibility, all right? Now we're going to have, Mike backer's going to have front side A gap. Now when we get the zone read, our Willie backer can play fast and field, all right? Now it changes our responsibility for our backside tackle. Now, instead of the Willie backer having the quarterback on the zone read, now our tackle is slanting out, all right? Now, if he gets a zone by the offensive lineman to the strength, now he's going to sit and squeeze, and he should be able to play the running back if he cuts back or the quarterback if he keeps. All right, and that's another situation that we do with our defensive line, where we can slant strong or we can slant weak. All right, the coverage on the back end is still the same. And then we can also have blitzes out of this, what we want to send our Mike, our Sam, or our Will. Play I'm going to show you right now is what we call a lightning call. Our lightning call is a weak side blitz. So what we're going to do in a lightning call, our defensive line is going to slant strong. All right. Now, instead of our Willie backer sitting back here, he's going to come here and he's blitzing off the edge. It's still the same with the zone read. All right. If he gets anything flowing away from him, he's going to sit and squeeze and be able to play the inside zone by the running back and also the quarterback pull. Then as we get further on into this, all right, if we come from the other side, is what we call our thunder call. All right, and that's our strong side backer going in the C gap. All these outside blitzes are pretty much C gap blitzes. All right, so what we would do here in our thunder call, our D line is slanting away. All right, now our Sam backer is going to come and he's going to blitz the C gap right here. All right, now he pretty much, because the running back is on the opposite side, he pretty much doesn't have a zone read or anything like that. That still falls on our tackle because he's slanting out. Because everything we do is gap responsibility. Everybody has a gap. But what we teach our D line is when they slant, they got to stay flat down the line. They can't get upfield, because when they get upfield, that creates the holes and that creates space for the running back to run. Now the difference is on this side, on our strength call side with our buzzard, if we have any blitz or anything, these buzzards are contained players. Nothing gets outside of them. All right, so any down block by a tight end, he's fitting. He's fitting right there. So it's a pretty easy defense to run, especially with all these guys, especially with the front guys and our two buzzard guys. The biggest thing is these three guys right here have to be tough guys. They got to be able to hit their gaps. They got to be able to two gap. All right, and they got to be able to run. All right, because they do have a lot of vertical coverage responsibilities in our 3 deep zone.